Hey everybody, this is Robert Hollis Jr. I just want to welcome everybody to the Wednesday night Q&A for Unlimited Profits, or how I like to say it is Ask Us Anything. I just absolutely love this format for, a couple different reasons. One, is obviously for somebody that's new with Unlimited Profits, they might be running into some challenges or don't know what to do next, or maybe just unclear on how to use the back office. So we always want to make sure that people aren't left behind and they always have a place that they can come all the time and get questions or answers to their questions. Another way that I think this format is just absolutely amazing is, when you have brand new people that might be on the fence, they're not really sure if they want to get involved with Unlimited Profits or not, or maybe just looking at it for the first time. And I think this is a great format to invite them to kind of see that the support that we have from Unlimited Profits. I know several people have joined Unlimited Profits just because they saw, how much support that we give. Not only from all of you out there that are watching on the Facebook community, I just want to thank each and every one of you, how you're so active. You're always welcoming people to the family, always answering questions on the group page. And that's amazing. And between the live lead calls and the Q&As, people are going, wow, I've never been on a part of a coaching program or an internet marketing program that actually had the support in place that you guys do. So I think it's amazing for that. And also, honestly, is for, people just to jump on and get trained. You might not have any questions right now, but as you hear, me and some of the top leaders answer questions, you might have that question in the future, or you might have that question asked to you in the future. So now you can jump on and get trained. So I think it's just a great format. We always have this kind of loose, and everybody's, can jump on and ask anything they want. If this is your first time jumping on, you can see the link right below on this page that you can actually click on and join us live. So I'm going to go ahead. I know we got a lot of people that are joining and making comments here. So I'm going to go ahead and post it there again. And also for everybody that's just jumping on, promote. One of the biggest things that you can learn as a professional network marketer is the person who promotes the most, the person who's a professional inviter is gonna win, is gonna make the most money. So as we're getting started here, it's the last chance for you to maybe send out some text messages, some Facebook comments, or emails to people that are on the fence or brand new people, and tell them to come on and jump on. The more the merrier. So with that said, we'll just start opening it up. I believe Danielle was the first person on here, and thank you so much for jumping on. I just always love your energy and your attitude, and I never miss, I always love hanging out with you. So how are you doing today?
And
oh, you there? You kind of froze a little bit.
Yeah, I know my speed is off a little. Is it still slow right now?
No, I can hear you loud and clear now.
Good. Sorry about that.
No problem.
So really excited to be. Pleasure.
Uh-oh, you're chopping up again. Danielle, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Is it any better now?
Right.
Let me close out some windows. Maybe that'll help us get a better result. There. Let's see if that helps a little.
Oh, helped tremendously.
Yeah, it really did. Wow. Okay, so I got a really good question today. I have a young lady that's, well, how does the as opposed to the United States? I was telling her because it's through PayPal.
You're still breaking up really bad. I couldn't hear anything that you were saying. Maybe I'll move on to somebody else and try to close down like every program that you have open. And if that doesn't work, maybe type in the chat on the right-hand side. But I wasn't even hearing every other word. It was like every 10th word. And also that brings up a great point very quickly, is for everybody that's watching this right now, and maybe you might be brand new to Hangouts, or your hair is not done, or whatever it is, feel free to type in your comments on this page, and I'll frequently look back to the page and reference that so I can answer your questions as well. So why don't we go, since I made that announcement, Danielle, did you close out all your programs there? Why don't we try it one more time? If not, we'll have you just type it in.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, hopefully it will stay. I have a young lady that's looking to join as pro. She's going through the free training right now, excited, loves everything she's seeing. She had some questions because she lives in Canada as to the exchange rate and what that would mean to her. Are you guys getting that question a lot now?
Not a lot, but if you actually go on the Unlimited Profits page, today one of our Canadian leaders, and Neil Ramtrader, is just an amazing leader. He got his check, and I forget what exactly the US dollar amount was, but it was an extra, like I think like $50 or $60 that he got paid because of the exchange rate. So fortunately, as we're using PayPal right now, they handle all those conversions and exchange rates for us. So it's kind of a catch-22. One, if you look at people like countries like South America and South Africa, like Hendra and Andrew, $100 to them honestly is a lot more than it is for us in U.S. But Hendra, when she made $800 last month, that's almost like a full-time income for her. So, it's a catch-22. Yeah, it's a lot more to sign up, but when you do get paid, it's like, way more that you get in return for your money.
Awesome. Awesome. And she's listening in, so she got that answer. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We'll just go down the line here, but I have a couple amazing leaders that are on with us, so I want to make sure they announce themselves first. Let's go with Scott first, our newest Black Diamond brother. How are you doing, man?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How's your day been so far?
Blessed and highly favored. You know better than the ask.
Awesome. Well, I want to ask you, I always ask different questions, but like a fun question. What celebrity would you like to be for a day? If you were a celebrity, what celebrity would you like to be for the day?
What celebrity would I like to be for a day? I don't know, maybe like Shaun White, just so I can feel what it's like to go down a huge mountain and do like 10 backflips at the same time. Probably for no other reason of just to be the celebrity, but if I could be him and have that kind of talent, and it's always been a dream of mine to go up on the top of a mountain and jump out of a helicopter and fly down a crazy mountain. Now I don't know if I could actually handle that physically, but if I was Shaun White, I probably could, so I'd pick him.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, I always love your questions, man. And as if you can, also stay on with us. And I really want to, really start promoting all of our Black Diamonds. So as we start getting questions, if you feel free to, if you want to answer anybody's question, just raise your hand and we'll let you handle it. Okay, brother?
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome.
All right, thanks a lot, Junior.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. And another amazing, awesome Black Diamond, Molly. How are you doing, sweetie? Oh, can't hear you.
Hi. I'm
How
doing
are
great.
you doing?
How's everyone doing?
Blessed and highly
Doing
favored.
Oh, I should know better than to ask. Sorry. I'm getting used to my new screen. That's a little bit smaller. My other screen was a lot bigger, but it's been awesome because this thing is so mobile and the picture's so much better and the sound. It's super exciting. So.
Yeah, now your audio and picture is like 100 times better.
Yeah, and I think we got a new pro, Anya, I think today, so I'm excited about that. We should be talking later tonight.
Awesome.
And I have a couple questions for myself and to help others about scheduling hangouts with your leadership. How to go about doing that, especially with you and your dad, because you're super busy, how much your dad is doing right now, who is he particularly doing it for, and maybe just a little talk about that to straighten it out for everyone.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for bringing that up. And first and foremost, if anybody's watching this right now and ever feels like they need help, regardless if they have questions outside of the Q&A, if they have somebody that's in the program that they want to do a hangout with, you guys got to reach out to us. I know as we get bigger and bigger and bigger, the time with my father might be getting more limited. But, me and my father, what's so funny about it is, how fast the company's growing is, sometimes I'm doing hangouts for people that, I'll be honest with you, Molly, I don't even know where they're at in the company. It was just a couple days ago that, somebody reached out to me on Facebook and says, hey, I got an amazing friend that's really excited about Unlimited Profits. Can you say hi to him? And I said, yeah. And I remember asking her, I go, well, who's your upline pro? And I forget even who she said. And I was like, okay, and who's that? Well, she named another upline pro, and I'm going, okay, is that under Scott? Or is that 2 levels under Melody? Or would that be 4 levels under? And I don't know. So, really what I would, suggest for everybody is, and this is what I do personally, so I'll handle it 2 ways, is 1, how I believe you guys should be doing it, and 2 is how to, schedule a hangout with me, is that, as the days go on, I get very, very booked up fast. So the one thing that I want everybody to know, and I feel so sorry for sometimes, is, somebody gets a lead, and they call them up, and they're excited, they've been watching the videos, everything's excited, yeah, well, let me see if I can get you on a hangout with Robert, but I'm scheduled from 2 o'clock till 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock after the shows that we have during the week. So what I do is I live by my calendar. I have on my Mac, Molly, you have one now. There's a calendar on there, and just like a Melody sent me a Facebook as I was driving home. And she said, listen, I'm sorry, that we couldn't do the Google Hangout today. Can we do it tomorrow for 12:30? I immediately look at my calendar and go, boom, 12:30 is open. I put it in my calendar, Hangout for Melody, and then I call her back and say, yes, okay, I'm ready to go. So, as people reach out to me, and everybody that's watching, I don't care, if you're a black diamond or if you're just a brand new diamond, I'm here to help everybody in the group. Just know that maybe today or the day you reach out to me might not work. So just say, hey, what's your free time tomorrow? Or the only time my person's free is at like 12 o'clock. So what about on Friday? On Friday at 12 o'clock, can I get you? Absolutely. If you book me out a couple days, you can pretty much have all the time in the world. If it's that day, you just got to ask me what time's available, and I can schedule you guys. The other thing that I really do is throughout the day, I have my notebook. I take notes of videos that I've watched, and you guys can see all these crosses out. Because as I'm going through, it's like, oh, I got to call George 2 back. I forgot about that, so I write it down. Or I got to call so-and-so back, so I write it down. So it may not be scheduled, but as I'm going through the day, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, nobody's scheduling me from a hangout between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and I look over and I start crossing my personal list out. So that's what I do. And believe it or not, and it's funny because I'm saying this right on the Q&A, so everybody gets to hear this. As the leadership is really, really stepped up, Molly, Scott, Melody, I'm so impressed on how much you guys have grown, how much you are supporting your team, how much you guys are really just stepping it up and being leaders right now. And it's funny because you 3, mainly because we work together a lot, the amount that you guys have stepped up has actually freed my calendar up quite a bit. When we did our first launch in the first month, the second month, I was virtually working 12, 16 hours a day, and I didn't have a free time on my calendar. Amy, got used to just bringing in breakfast and lunch and sitting it on my table, and as soon as I got done, it's like, okay, another hangout, But so 2 things. One is thank you guys for really stepping up and freeing time, but also I love what we're doing. I don't mind putting in 12 hours a day and doing 12, 13 hangouts a day. So, guys, I just told you openly I'm getting more free time because the leaders are stepping up. So you guys got to reach out to me. I say it all the time when I introduce to people is I can't help you unless you ask for help. I'm not going to call you and say, hey, listen, Molly, why haven't you scheduled any hangouts for me in the last couple days? Hey, why haven't you put me on the phone with anybody? Because, I've got, still, it's under a couple books, but I personally still got over 600 of my personal contacts that I need to call. So if you guys don't schedule time for me, I'll find people to talk to. So, sorry, that was kind of a long way to answer your question, but did that kind of help, Molly?
It did, and this is a kind of a 3-part question, so it helped a lot, I think, for everyone. I do think that some people get a little almost scared or nervous to ask your dad, especially, and then as well they think, oh, I don't know enough, maybe I should, go through someone else to ask, and and they don't realize that they have your information. They don't have to go through anyone else necessarily. But I think that we as leaders should have somewhat of a criteria that we have, that we speak to a person to at least know that they know something about what's going on. You're not just bringing someone on a hangout and they're like, well, so what is this?
Yes.
We just really don't want to hear what is this. You know, prepare your person, especially with anybody, but especially if you're going to take time of Robert Hollis Sr., Robert Hollis Jr., or people that are, you know, up the chain a little bit. Just have your person somewhat prepared. I'm not saying they have to know anything or everything, but they do have to know that they're looking at an opportunity, you know?
Yeah.
So let's just like kind of brief them, have them be interested. Don't have someone come on and I've had this happen. So don't put someone on a hangout with someone that has no idea what they're even there for.
Yeah. Yeah, the two ways that I can really handle that is I, really prefer if somebody's been in the back office and at least watched some of the daily videos and or watch the company overview. I believe the company overview that we did last night, if somebody can watch that and they're excited about what we're doing, I love to talk to those people because they haven't even been in the back office yet, but they've seen how we make money, what we do here. So definitely qualify them a little bit on that end because you're right. When somebody says, well, what is this? Well, now, Molly, Scott, Melody, and I get to spend a half hour on a Google Hangout doing the overview that's already recorded. The second thing, and I don't know, I'm sure all the leaders has gone through this too, is somebody who's actually excited that wants to do this. See, I say it all the time on our Hangouts is we don't teach people how to be closers and convincers. If somebody looks in the back office or they watch the overview and they say, you know what, I don't really know if I have time for this. And in your head, you're going, well, of course they have time. And you know what? They're an amazing person and they know everybody. And if they just get in this thing and they see that they have time, they would kill this thing. So what I'll do is I'll get him on a hangout with Melody so she can close him and change his mind. We're not here to do that. I haven't had it too much with Unlimited Profits, but it was about a week ago. Somebody jumped on a hangout, and they go, yeah, you know what? I've been through quite a few of the videos. I actually watched your overview, the other night. But you know what? I just don't think I have time for this. And all I said is, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So I agree with you. You don't have time for this. And a matter of fact, I don't want to waste your time with this hangout. So I got to go too. See ya. Of course, they took the time to get on the hangout and watch the overview. We know they have time, but we're not here to close anybody. We're really not. We're not in the business of begging anybody to join our company. So thank you so much, Molly, for bringing up that point.
Right. I mean, for me personally, and this doesn't mean that it has to be for you, but for me personally, I know what we have to offer, and I honestly, if someone can't take the time to watch an overview, and then if you can't take the time to ask a couple of questions like, what are you trying to accomplish by having, this opportunity? What are you, just even that one question, then you can tell a lot about if they're excited and what they really want. And then go ahead and put them on a hangout because you got someone that's worth the time of a person that's, made more $43 million,
Right.
So I just think out of respect, let's for me anyway, out of respect, I'm going to take your time. I want to make it worth everybody's time. So I have one more really quick one. Sorry, I'm full of questions tonight.
That's okay.
The other one's a little bit sensitive of a topic, and I know that we're all a huge team, and we have many teams within our huge team. What would you say is sort of the chain of command for asking for help? As far as, I know anybody should be able to ask anybody, but let's put it, there are certain people that have small amounts of time. They're trying to run a team of their own. They have, I'm willing to help anyone, and mostly what I do is point, guide, and direct anyway, so I'll just tell you, hey, have you seen this? Have you been there? Have you looked at that? Those are usually my answers. But give us a little chain of command, if you would.
Yeah, and thanks for bringing that up. And also I just want to say that, it's funny because we have such a loving family and a community here at Unlimited Profits of people that generally do just love helping people. And, Melody is one of those people that I worked with her directly for 4 years to finally get to the point where, hey, you got to help yourself before you help everybody else. So, what I would say is, find your upline diamond. Find your upline black diamond, because, everybody on here that's a brand new, pro member, if you look, upwards, ask your sponsor, well, who sponsored you? Who's the upline diamond? Who's the upline black diamond? Who's the upline triple diamond? You should know those things, and those should be the people that you reach out to first. There's no problem reaching out to, Scott, Melody, Molly to, get their story. Maybe if you're doing a group hangout with your whole team and you got 10 people on and you just want, somebody to jump on to tell their story because, Scott's story is unique, Molly's story is unique, Hannah's story is unique, Andrew's story is unique. So it's one thing to ask somebody outside of your group that, hey, can you jump on and tell your story for my group? But other than that, you should be able to find, your upline, diamond, black diamond. And guess what, guys? If they're not available, I think I've done it with pretty much every pro that's come in. I do a good job of every morning and every night before I go to bed. I jump on the Unlimited Profits group page, and I not only welcome everybody to the family, but I send them a private message with my cell phone. So there should be no excuse even if your upline diamond's busy and then that upline double diamond is busy and the upline triple black diamond is busy, reach out to me. Because as it gets bigger and bigger, I know that some of the people that are on here are amazing and they love helping people. But guess who would love even helping you more is the person above you, because we all benefit from your success. If you reach out to your upline and say, hey, I imagine how, you would feel if somebody below you said, oh my gosh, listen, I really need your support. I got 20 new people. They've all seen the videos and they're excited. So can I do like 20 hangouts with you tomorrow? I mean, everybody's watching this would go, that's my dream. Yeah, I can't wait to find somebody like that. So be able to use the people that's in your upline. So, I know Molly, you said it's kind of a touchy situation only because I know your heart. I know Melody's heart. I know Scott's heart. You guys are the kind of people that will spend 24 hours a day just helping people that are not even in Unlimited Profits just because somebody needs support. So, I completely understand where you're coming from. Melody, I see her hand raises. Anything else that you want to add?
There we go. Yeah, I would love to piggyback on this, and that's a great question, Molly. So thank you for asking that. I know as Scott and Molly and some of the other leaders, Hendra and Jeremy and a lot of us, we get hit up all the time by people on other teams, and I don't mind helping them, but I'll tell you, I make this board every day, and it's scheduled, I don't know if you can see that, all day long, all of my hangouts, all of my calls, all of my appointments. And I feel like I am really, I committed myself to my team. I don't mind helping everybody else, but if I can't help my team on the time that I scheduled them, and maybe they've been trying to schedule with me for 1 or 2 days, that I can't take away from my team, but I will help people. The only thing that I don't understand is why people are calling me and saying, how do I log into my back office? How do I share my link? And I always ask them, the first question is, who is your upline? And I've never heard of these people, most of them. And I tell them, you need to find out who shared this with you. Log into your back office and look to see who your sponsor is and reach out to them, because I'm sure you have an amazing leader there. And I'd love to help you, but I'm doing the best I can here, guys. I am going 24/7 here practically, and I know you guys are too, and it's just really hard. You know, I feel so torn because I am that person that doesn't know how to say no.
Yeah.
But there are very basic questions, and I want to piggyback that on our own teams. That if you have a sponsor, and let me just use myself as an example. If I said, look, you're on my team, I'm committed to help everybody on my team. That's great. But what I want to do is I want you to go to your sponsor if it's a technical thing, or how to send a support ticket, or how do I share my link. Because, you know, I would be devastated, and I am, because I know it's happened when somebody reaches out to Robert Hollis Sr. or Robert Hollis Jr. on a technical thing, or where do I find this video, when they could have come to me or their own sponsor, because that's not what they're here for. Their time is so valuable that, you know, I tell people I want them to keep taking my calls. So please don't be contacting them and asking them questions like that. And I always try to pre-qualify people before I utilize them for their team. So use your upline diamond. That's a great answer. Use your upline diamond, and go from there.
Perfect.
So we love you all. We want to help you all. Right.
Yeah. well, thank you, Melody, for chiming in. Of course, everybody knows, once again, what an amazing leader you are as well. So, for really Melody, Molly, and Scott, as we're going through this, I don't always want it to be the Hollis show. So if as we're going through the line and answering questions, if you guys want to raise your hand and answer it, please feel free. So with that said, we're just going to start going down the line. Actually, I believe Sherry was one of the first people on, and I see she's at the end if I just went down the list. So I want to, what I'll do is actually go get to her first. So Sherry, how are you doing? I know you've jumped onto a couple of these and didn't have your microphone working yet. Have you got that working? Maybe not. Still don't. Okay. Do you have any questions? And if you don't, if you could do me a huge favor, we've got a lot of viewers right now, and we're only limited to 10 people at a time. So as we go down the line after we answer your question, if you wouldn't mind, please logging off and just watching from the regular page, so more people can jump on and we can get more questions. So that goes for everybody as we're going through. Sherry hasn't texted anything in the right, so I'll get back to her. So I'll just start going down the line. Anthony, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, what's going on, Robert? How are you, buddy?
Blessed and highly favored, my friend. How are you doing today?
Good, man. I'm brand new, guys. How you doing? Hey, thanks for having me on, guys. I don't really have a question yet. I'm just listening and learning, and I didn't know that I could log off and listen. How you doing, Melody? I'm going to go ahead and leave. I have questions, but I can't, not one's popping in my head right now. So what I'm going to do is probably just remove myself, like you said. I'll log on and let somebody ask her a question. I'm just all ears and heart right now. I'm listening to you guys, and I appreciate you guys, your support. And that's it. That's all I really got to say. And it's great seeing you again. I'll see you.
Well, great seeing you again as well. And even though you don't have a question, thanks for jumping on and sharing anyways. I'm sure a lot of people watching you can see your energy and your excitement, and thanks for just jumping on and sharing that with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get on the regular site then. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. So we got the next one is Ellen. How are you doing? See that you don't have your camera on, but hopefully you can unmute yourself. No? Okay. Going once, going twice. Okay, well, we'll go to George. Ellen, if you're listening to this and trying to figure out, if you look at the very top of your screen, there should be a button there with a microphone and a cross through it, and you can click on that and unmute yourself and start talking. So until Ellen figures it out, we'll go to George. How you doing, brother?
What's up, Robert? All right, my question is, after the $1 million question, who do you know that needs to make some extra money? And they said, I do. And I remember you said that all you do is just say, here, check this out. So you just send them the link right away. And yeah, so you don't edify or share the story of your dad or something.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I would share the story, you know, before sending them the link. You know, we talked about that in a couple of different Hangouts before that. I believe a lot of people have this tie-up where they're getting a lot of leads, but the leads aren't going through the videos, or you know, they're not returning phone calls once they become a lead. And the only reason why is because they didn't create value in the training. So, you know, if somebody, you ask $1 million question, they go, yeah, me, and go, awesome. You know, right now, story. You know, I'm being mentored by a guy who's taught 45 people how to make $1 million. Can you believe that, George? And I started going through this training, man, and whatever your story is, or whatever somebody else's story, if you don't have one, and you got to check this link out, man. Go through the check marks, go through the daily training. I know you're going to love it. And as soon as you start going through those videos, I could possibly get you on a Hangout with somebody who's already had a lot of success. Yeah, so, you know, I just did last night the pro mentorship for Spanish, and the whole pro mentorship was all storytelling. You know, the better you get at telling stories, and, you know, it doesn't always have to be yours, but, you know, any of the, you know, if you just go to my YouTube page, I think I got up like 28 different testimonials, and just tell people stories, and that will not only A, get them call to action to go to the link and fill out their information, but B, actually go through the information. Yeah, because, yeah, if you just go, hey, do you know anybody who wants to make extra money? Yeah, me. Okay, cool, check out this link. Next. It's like, whatever, they click on it, I don't know. So that's my 2 cents. I saw, you know, Melody and Molly also raising their hands there, so if you guys want to chime in.
I think I'm not muted, am I?
No, you're not muted. We can
My
hear you.
usual unmute. I learned something from another mentor who is also a fan of Robert Hollis, and I know that he also loves Jordan Adler. Do you remember meeting Jordan at the GoPro event, Junior? So one thing that really stuck with me that he told me, George, that might be helpful to you, and it is kind of going the extra mile. It's not necessary, but it's awesome if you can do it while you're building your foundation, like maybe until you get to Triple Diamond, is to take your prospect that you already have rapport with and, you know, walk them through the back office. Take them there maybe on a Hangout and show them, hey, look at what we have. While you're showing them, you can kind of put in bits of your story, how you got to be where you are, the things that attracted you, like, hey, oh my gosh, look at this, look what we have here, and get them started, get them going, say, here are the green check marks, this is what you use to do this. And I found that really showing that you care that much, it just brings it to another level of them wanting to be a part of what you're doing. So, and I'm not saying that you have to do that with everyone. I know some people just like to send the link and then let the people figure it out and follow up, but a lot of times I've actually done that. I follow up, oh, I couldn't figure out how to get in there, I couldn't figure out what to do or what it even was. And so why not take, especially during the foundation period, why not take that extra time to show them? And you know, you might just benefit yourself and get a few more, or find a few more pros a little bit faster because you showed how much you care.
Cool. Got it.
Absolutely. Great point, Molly. That I know a lot of people actually do that, where, you know, if you're just taking the extra step to walk them through, I don't think we brought that up too often, so thank you, Molly, for bringing that up. That was a great point. Melody, I saw you raising your hand. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, 2 things, and I know, George, you and I have talked about this, is when you're sharing with somebody, you really have to be enthusiastic. You have to be excited about what you have. If you don't believe in what you're sharing, you shouldn't be sharing it. The enthusiasm is infectious. The other thing is, I learned for myself, when I stopped sharing facts, when I stopped saying, oh, well, we grew 300% last month, and this and that, we've got this many paying affiliates. When I lost all of that stuff because it doesn't matter, and I just stuck to telling my story, everybody is coming on board. Everybody is getting excited with me because they relate. If it's not my story, it's Hendra's story. If it's not Hendra's story, it's Scott's story. You know, there's somebody's story you can use, and that's why it's so important to know what those stories are, so you can share them, especially for people that don't feel like you really have a story yet yourself. You have to be sharing stories. And George, you know that you can plug people into me anytime, and I'm going to tell them stories. And you've seen me do that, and you see how it works. So let's just keep sharing stories, and that's all. Oh, I had one other thing too. I wanted to piggyback it just on a little bit that somebody said earlier, and that was when the criteria for putting people on with senior or junior. Well, there should be a criteria for putting them on with your sponsor, with your your upline diamond, and this. Please don't ever put anybody on with anyone if they have not seen the overview. Please, because it's going to take me an hour and 45 minutes to try to do that presentation that can just take this much time. And I don't have time to do it. I can't do it justice. And I respect your time and their time so much that just really point to the videos. If they're not willing to look at it, walk away. Let them go. Just grip on them a little bit here and there, and that's it.
Perfect, perfect. So does that answer your question, George?
Yeah, it does.
Awesome. Thank you so much for jumping on, brother. I appreciate you, man.
I have another question.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so I asked the $1 million question. Who do you know that needs to make some extra money? I tell the story, and then I say, so if you know somebody, just watch the video. At least after you watch the video, you'll feel comfortable referring me to somebody. So I take it away from them, and they say, okay, send the link. And I do this thing called what Eric Worre does, where he, you know, I guess I call it timestamp it, where I said, so if I send you the video, would you watch it? And they say yes. But sometimes they would ask how long, and that's where I get stuck, like, because I don't want to say, because I send them the overview, and I don't want to say like, oh, it's 37 minutes or 50 minutes.
It's really, really quick. You know, even it doesn't matter if it's my overview or even Dad's. You know, Dad's especially. I don't like edifying myself. I haven't heard, you know, how much feedback. But even, you know, Dad's not only overview but trainings. One of the biggest things that I've heard is, oh my gosh, you know, I jumped on a training with your dad, and it felt like it was 15 minutes long. You know, it felt like it was 20 minutes long, and I looked down at my watch, and I was listening to a training for an hour and a half. You know, so when people start watching that stuff and they get into it, you know, time doesn't really matter. You know, what's really 30 minutes? I mean, you know, if you think about it in time comparison, so when they say how long, you know, just say, listen, it's really quick. Just check it out.
37 minutes or 50 minutes.
So does that help?
Yeah, that helps. And also, so it's okay. You think it's effective for me to do the timestamp? Instead of just...
I always, if you ever watch one of my live lead calls, George, when do you think you'll get a chance to watch it? I don't know, tonight. So tonight you'll have definitely watched it? Yeah. So when would be a good time to follow up with you? You know, tomorrow. So if I called you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, you'll have definitely watched the videos? Yes. Awesome. So the number that I called you on is the perfect time? Yeah. Awesome. I can't wait to talk to you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. You'll definitely be available. Yeah. I mean, I always do that. I think that's one thing people lack on doing is never, once you send out somebody's link, the best way, and I say it on every live lead call, is that people go, well, you know, watch it whenever you get a chance. Well, people just will never get a chance. I mean, in this day and age, people just have ADD, always dealing with distractions. And, you know, people might have the 110%, you know, intention of watching the videos, but then as soon as you hang up the phone with them or as soon as they jump on Facebook, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's 6:30. What are we having for dinner tonight? And did I pick up dry cleaning? And oh my gosh, I got to make lunch for the kids tomorrow. And it's like one thing after another. And, you know, what's funny is I hate to say this, but it's true. People are just used to being told what to do. They've been told what to do since all the way through school, and they go to a job every day to have somebody tell them when to show up and what to do. So when you direct them, hey, when will you watch it? By tonight, by Thursday. So if I call you at Thursday at 12 o'clock, you will have watched them, right? Absolutely, George. I do that on everybody I talk to.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Awesome.
And one more question.
Okay.
What do you do for your morning ritual?
What I do for my morning ritual is I get up every morning and spend some rider time and family time. I don't do anything until I do that. I have my coffee, and I take the time to go through all my Facebook messages. Now that we're international, it seems like I'll be getting messages at 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning from, who knows where, Hawaii to Norway to now Australia. And I make sure that I go through all of that stuff, get the time to go through all the Unlimited Profits Pro page to make sure that I welcome everybody and like all the comments and make sure we leave feedback. Then what I'm starting to do, and it's just me personally, is I strap on my rollerblades and I go for like a 5-mile skate. I put music in my iPod, or put my iPod in, stuff that just pumps me up, that motivates me, and it's called I forget the exact word, but it's like meditation but visualization thing. And as I'm skating, I, think of, Melody and Molly and Scott getting up on stage with their, Black Diamond Awards, and Doug jumping up there, and Barb jumping up there as diamonds, and, pictures of my son and me and him traveling, and, me doing burnouts and Lamborghinis, and I just skate, come home, take a shower, and it's game time. That's kind of my ritual, and going back to, kind of what Molly said, is I look through my calendar, and it's like, okay, who's on the first hangout, and that's how I knock my mornings out, man.
All right, thanks a lot.
Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. So next one that we have on here is Jeff. How are you doing, my friend? Jeff, are you there? I see you're unmuted. I don't know if your mic's not working or what's going on. Okay, a couple times. We'll move on to Rye. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm always messing it up.
Did you say Rye this time?
Yep.
Then you got it.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
I only messed it up like twice on, or 2 other times on a live, hangout. So, so I finally got it now. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing amazing, man. Just amazing.
Awesome.
I'm not even gonna ask because I already know the answer, but
Yeah.
always good to see you.
If I'd be doing any better, I'd be mentoring my father. How about that one?
That's a new one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing? And what's your question, brother?
I just wanted to say first, like this is just the most amazing training I've ever come across. Really, on an ongoing basis like this. I've done some really nice short-term immersive workshops, but this is just such a completely different thing. Anyone who's new to this or whatever, and you're just getting in, the rewards are not just you can make some money through it as network marketing. I do sales on a daily basis, and my sales are through the roof. My life is completely changed. I used to be a TV addict. Spend like 90% of my free time watching TV. I don't even want to watch TV. I'm like, maybe I should. No, I don't even want to do that. I don't even think about drinking or do anything else. So it's amazing. My question, I've got a couple of them. I'll try and make them quick so other people can ask theirs. But I get a little over-enthusiastic sometimes, and you seem like somebody who might also do the same thing. How do you manage that without, you want to be enthusiastic, but you don't want to scare people away,
Yeah, great question. First off, I don't think, well, I guess somebody could be too enthusiastic, but I don't think being super enthusiastic is a problem whatsoever. One of my favorite statements I say all the time is that, when you light yourself on fire, people will come to watch you burn.
So pretty much.
Yeah.
The people who are going to be scared away are probably not going to be into it anyways.
Well, not only that, but what I really suggest, and this just takes a lot of time, to master this, but mixing the over the top, super jacked up excitement with confidence. I actually brought this up to somebody just today that, I think sometimes people misconstrue being excited with also trying to beg somebody to join to do something. When you have confidence where you're excited and people are, kind of second guessing it, it's the best way that I could even bring it up is like dating. See, each and every one of us has been at a point where we've dated, and I'm just talking with you, so we'll just say on a male point, where all of a sudden you ask a lady out or a woman out, and they go, hey, would you like to go out sometime? Yeah, sure. When do you want to go? Anytime. I'm free anytime. We can go tonight, tomorrow night. I could take work. And it's like, as soon as they're just like, yeah, we'll go anywhere. I don't care what we eat. Whatever you want to eat. It's like, Or when you say, would you like to go out sometime? Yeah, sure. I'll go out with you. Well, you want to go out this Saturday? Nah, I got plans this Saturday. I'm going out to the club. I'm watching a DJ or something. It's like, well, why can't I go with you? What you know what I mean? And as soon as you have that confidence that we have the golden nugget, I really tell people that everybody that you're inviting to Unlimited Profits, you got to act like we truly have a golden nugget. I think that the reason why people sometimes don't go through the training or won't take it serious is because it's quote unquote free. So if you're jacked up and excited, it's like, hey, you got to check this thing out, man. It's free to join. This guy's, all these stories. It changes people's life. Here, check out this link, man. Have you watched it yet? Here, I'll send the link to you again. And it's like, I feel like that's how your excitement can scare people off. Does that make sense?
Totally. Yeah. No, for sure. I can relate. I know I've got situations from doing my day job where I can really relate with that. So.
Yeah, but like you said, if you're scaring people off, they might just not be the right person, because I like working with people that are pumped up and excited for their future.
Yeah, I was super pumped up with the guy last night, but I came out, I knew it was something he would really be into, so I was able to do it confidently and tell these stories. He was like, if anyone else told me that, I would tell you that's unbelievable. It's not possible. Coming from you, yeah, okay, I'll take it. Sure. Just send me a link. So, having that confidence for sure. I've got a guy who he's a member. He watched several videos, and then he just kind of hasn't made any. He hasn't been watching any videos for, I don't know, since Saturday or something. But he tuned in to watch my interview, and he really enjoyed it. Watched the whole thing. Hasn't made it to any of these live trainings. Maybe he's watching right now and hearing me ask this question, I don't know, but he's got a goal, and we were talking about, like, you gotta have a big goal, you gotta have a big why. So I've got him to tell me what it is, but he doesn't believe it's attainable. He thinks it's completely impossible, and I told him what my goal is, and I'm like, well, you think my goal is more or less crazy, like your goals seem possible? And he's like, oh yeah, like my goal's way less crazy than yours. But I'm like, dude, like he wants to be a mechanic on race cars. I'm like, dude, that's what Roger Penske, kind of was going that way, and he is a mechanic. Robert Hollis is a mechanic. He can do all these things. So your goals are totally attainable. But he's like, they're impossible. What can I do? Do I just go, if you don't have that belief, and I guess I'll leave you? Or
real quickly, and I'll let Melody handle this because I see her hands raised, is you just got to get them to change their thinking. I hate when people say that kind of stuff, because whatever your mind believes you can achieve. So the second somebody, I said it before earlier on this, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. So I would suggest, getting them to, go through the pro mentorship. If they're not a pro yet, give them the book Science of Getting Rich. I can give you guys the link right now. But if somebody can go through the pro training from my father, or the book Science of Getting Rich by Dr. Wallace D. Wattles, and still say those goals are unobtainable, next.
So at that point, that's when, because yeah, that like your dad gave me the Science to Getting Rich link, and I listened to it, and my life has been on fire ever since.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'll try that.
Yeah, and I saw Melody with her hand up, so I'll let her answer it as well.
Right. Well, a couple of things, and I don't know if this person that you welcomed. What I find with people, and you're talking about achieving those goals that he has for himself. Make sure you're connecting them with myself or Robert here, and that connection really helps, especially to get them to keep going through the program, because our enthusiasm and our belief in it is going to keep people curious to want to keep going through the program. If he's looking to be a mechanic, oh my gosh, give him the book. Give him Robert's book. He needs to read it. He's going to be so jacked up after he reads that book. And if he's somebody that's here because he wants to make money, connect him with me. Let's do a game plan. Let us show him how easy this is. I'm telling you, when he sees that I could achieve this, he's going to know that he can.
I gave him the book, and I asked him if he read it, and he said maybe, and I tried to tell him, like, let's hook you up with Robert. Let me introduce you to these people who achieve these goals. And he's, and it's, so it's, I don't know, maybe his enthusiasm petered out, and maybe it's not worth continuing to try and, show him, but he's a friend, and I think he's got it in him, so it's something that, I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to be tactful, so I'll keep trying to, do it gently and whatever else.
And just keep dripping on him little things, and it has to be the right place. He's got to be the right place in his own life, in his own mind. So don't give up on him. Share things every once in a while, but don't bake him, don't chase him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, exactly what Melody said is I would just keep following up with them, but and I'll leave this with you is I was last time that I saw Les Brown live. For those of you that don't know who Les Brown is, just Google him. And one of the statements he said is you cannot waste your life trying to help people that won't participate in their own rescue. And it's just got to be right timing for him, man. I know, and believe it or not, I actually was speaking with him last night. I know exactly who you're talking about. And I can't tell you how many friends that I have, and sometimes when they're friends, you want it more for them than they want it for themselves. But I know I can count 10 people that I know personally that if they just looked at Unlimited Profits and applied themselves, they would make so much money. It would blow their mind. But, whatever, not going to jump on the Hangouts. I saw your overview, but whatever, don't want to talk to your dad. You just got to move on. So, and I know it's hard, especially with friends, because you really want it for them, but, and one more thing, and we'll move on, is, the worst thing about failure is it's expected. So maybe all it's going to take is for you to go, hey, remember that thing I told you to check out, a few months ago? Yeah. Wing. Here's my PayPal account. What? You made $1,500? Yeah, man. You think that would help, buy a race car for you or buy at least an exhaust for it, man? So sometimes that's what it takes. People are just seeing it. But, it's funny. I always thought that too because I went back to all my friends and showed them my income. And the only thing that changed is they hit me up every time they're broke. No. So thank you so much, brother, for jumping on. I appreciate it, man. So then, did that help you out with your question? Awesome, man. Awesome. Love your attitude, by the way. I remember our first hangout, and I was going, man, if this guy gets it, he's going to be on fire with this company, and I'm so glad you did, brother. So we'll go over. I don't think Sherry said that she didn't have her mic up there and she didn't have any other questions. I know we're running close to an hour, but I'd like to go through the rest of the people that are on here. I don't mind if we go a little bit over. So Barb, how are you doing, sweetie? Oh, you're muted.
Okay. No, I'm doing really good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Hello, everybody. everything's going good. And one thing that helped, because I did have people that weren't going through the videos or they didn't know how to share their link, so I just made up a little, like a 10-minute video showing them how to share their link, so then they can go through it at their own pace, you know, as far as like how to share the link and where to, you know, how nice the squeeze pages are and stuff, and which one Robert recommends and stuff, just so they would know. And then that way, even if you just talk to them about it, then they can go back and look at it at their own time. So
awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I know we've got some videos that help explain that, but you know, I really suggest for everybody that's watching this is the more videos that you can do, the more it's just going to brand yourself, you know. So even if there's the welcome videos in the back office, or how to copy and paste, or whatever it is, you know, the more you guys as leaders can make your own videos, it's just going to help brand yourself more.
Yeah, it helps to know where to start, because I know when I first got in, my sponsor wasn't really helping that much. I have a different one now, but I didn't really know where to start when I got in, because it is pretty overwhelming, because there's a lot there. You know, we have so much. In fact, I haven't been able to do much with my blog, which I think would help me a lot. But anyway, it's a great system. Can't beat it. It's super amazing.
Well, and I love what Molly said earlier on this hangout is, you know, just really taking the time of, you know, hey, when do you think you'll get a chance to watch the videos? Well, tomorrow when I get off of work. Great, let's do a Google Hangout so I can walk you through the back office and I can show you where the links are. And, you know, just that little extra effort could be the difference of somebody going back there and getting lost versus somebody that really gets it that ends up being on fire. So I think that was not only a great point from you, but also from Molly, so thank you.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to try that too, where I actually do a hangout with them probably when they first get in, or try to get them on a hangout so they can, just so they aren't so overwhelmed all at once, so they know where to start.
Yeah. So cool. Well, you just jumped on to want to share. Did you have any other questions?
Nope, that was it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for jumping on and sharing. We all appreciate you.
Okay, thanks so much. I appreciate all you too.
Thank you. Jackie is up next. How are you doing? Looks like it looks like you're unmuted. You might have to go underneath. It looks like a little circle with, you know, like a little gear is settings, and turn your mic on or hook it up.
Okay, how about now?
Now I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, I had my mute on this side on. Sorry about that.
Oh, no
Hi
problem
again.
at all. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. You know what? You and Melody are gold. I thank you so much. You know, you've helped me grow my business tremendous in such a short time, just a few days. When I met Randy last week, I mean, it'll be a week and a half as of today, and I met you and Melody. I have people who like Anthony and now Denise and Brian, and people who see the value. I feel so blessed to have you guys on my corner. I'm so thankful. Yes, and you know, I'm working. I watch the videos all the time to learn how to talk to people. And I had my question is, I had a question where this gentleman wanted to know. Oh my goodness! Now you messed me all up.
I'm sorry. He's just getting ready for bedtime.
Night, night.
Good night. I had to make sure that I told him he was my little champion.
Oh.
Say you're a winner and you're destined for greatness, buddy.
You are adorable.
Things on my desk that he can grab. Say bye bye.
You are a winner. You are. Oh yeah, he wants. Hi, Ryder.
Say bye bye. Mouth it. He's getting better.
That made my night.
All right. Thank you. I'm almost
that made my night.
Bye bye.
Babies make you happy.
Yeah, always. Yeah,
Make you
when
happy.
earlier when George asked me what my ritual is, I can't start my morning without that guy.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I know he was gonna get his bottle and probably pass
Oh
out.
no.
I gotta make
That,
sure.
like I said, that made my night because I love babies and they just warm your heart and they make you feel so good and warm and fuzzy.
Yep.
So I was just okay. Now what I was saying. Okay, we anyway, I had a gentleman ask me and he's in a company. He has a primary business, and he was looking into this. Now he said that he was looking at the three. I guess it's $14.95, the reseller night. On the different plans, and he asked me. He said the one that says $14.95 when it says blog and training, and then $99 says unlimited. What is actually the difference, or is that just telling you that that's what's unlimited is the blog and training? I mean, what does unlimited cover?
I'm not sure what it talked about as far as unlimited. It might be referencing to like the capture pages and the amount of posts and stuff you can do on your blog. One thing that's unique is it's a customizable blog. So a lot of where a got you is out there is, you can pay somebody to develop the blog for you. Well, now guess what? Now every time I want to change a logo or every time I want to make posts, now I've got to call up, Jackie and pay her $20 an hour to update my blog or make posts on there for me, because, there are, I forget some of the programs out there that are kind of user-friendly, but there's other ones that you think people have a hard time navigating through our back office. My gosh, you try to make your own blog and update and post it, it's like crazy, so and maybe the only other thing that I can think, because I'm not sure where that is, I'd have to see exactly what he was reading to answer it more directly, but it also could refer to us, that we're always consistently updating the information. So, not only do you get the 200 hours of training, but the pro mentorship course, be involved with the weekly pro calls, and with the weekly pro calls, I believe we've got now like 60 hours recorded. So, honestly, for somebody who's really engaged and excited of learning, I don't know how somebody could go through all the training that we have. I know Melody's trying her best, but I guarantee she has probably watched everything yet. So, and once again, I'm kind of, why I'm saying it a bunch of different ways is I don't know exactly what he was referencing to, but hopefully that helps.
It was the, when you send something to a person, Melody knows, I think, in the back where it has the 3 categories, it says $14.95 and tells you what you get. Yep. On the top it says blog and training under the $14.95. Then you move over to the $99, it says unlimited on that area. And then, of course, the $9.97 is the same as the $99. And so I was just he was asking me, I guess people want to know why upgrade to the $99 besides the mentorship, because he said, well, I'm really not, this is what he said to me, but I helped him out with that. He said, I'm not really interested in the mentorship because I get mentored by Joe Olson, who's head of was in Amway, and he knows him personally.
Got it.
But, and he said he was looking more so, he didn't even have a Facebook account, so he's looking more so on how to market online because he ran out of his warm market. And so he's looking for that and how to make a blog, how to do these things. So if you could get it at the $14.95, why upgrade? That's what, and so I couldn't tell him what that really meant, how much of the blog and training he gets with the $14.95 as opposed to the $99.
Got it. Yeah. And Melody, I saw your answer in your hand, raising your hand. Anything else that you wanted to add before I?
I think the only thing that, and I know we talked about this earlier, Jackie, a little bit, was I think that unlimited is I thought it was referring to being able to share it unlimited amount of times, but from what I'm understanding, the $14.95 people are being able to share it an unlimited amount of times too. So I think it's just an unlimited. You have there are so many more capture pages and all of these other things with the $99 with the Pro. So I don't know if that's the difference. And you have to point out to him too. He's not going to make any money. I mean, he's going to make a little bit of money, if he's at the $14.95 level than if he's with the $99 level. So then you have to determine if that's what he's interested in as well.
Yeah.
Right,
So
and that's what I told him. I told him about that. That if that's what he's interested. Now, how do you deal with the fact that the next thing is how do you deal with him saying, well, I'm gonna trial run this and see if it's what it's helping me with the or helping him, so to speak, with what his needs are before he puts it out to his downline, say, or other people, share it with other people. It's kind of almost like I said. I'm scratching my head to myself. I can't make anybody do anything they don't want to, but I'm thinking, just because you may have, like say, I don't know how to do a blog, I don't know how to do this or that, and I'm learning, it's free, he's at the free service. Why I still am going to share it with someone and say, here, this is what I'm learning. And you might be it's not for everybody, but you might be interested because I need to learn these things, and you're welcome to do this training too. Why I don't understand why people would keep something like this to themselves.
Yeah, well, and that's completely okay. Some people, they just need to understand, and I actually, believe it or not, I can relate with that. Sometimes it's your name, out there. It's your credibility on the line. So, and everybody knows this about me, that, if somebody came to me right now with a great idea of how to, generate leads, or a great idea of, whatever, no way, shape, or form would I ever promote it to anybody in Unlimited Profits till I A, saw it work for them, they have documentation that it works, which we do, and B, I tried it out to make sure that it was legit. Once it was working for me and I was getting results, now, I have no problem sharing that with Melody and Scott and Randy. So I can see that, but really what people have done, and it's funny, as soon as people start going through that pro mentorship, it only takes it's funny, I don't know what it is, it's like day 3 when people are just like, got it, I got no problem sharing this with everybody I know. And one other way I'll just handle it and we'll get going is when people say, well, I don't need any mentorship because I already have a mentor, how is that working? Oh my gosh, if you've got such an amazing mentor, you must be making, what, over $10,000 a month, right? Because my mentor is amazing. I don't need any other mentorship. Wow, so you're making over 10 grand a month? Well, no. But you also got to be touchy. I kind of said that as a bold statement because now it's like, the second that you tell them that their mentor is not any good, now you offended them and now they just don't want to return your phone call anymore. So it is a kind of touchy situation. But you also know where people's heads are, because I talked to a guy that quote unquote was making all this money and he was doing so well and his mentor was amazing, and I said, well, listen, you should check this out. It's free training. My father's created 45 millionaires, told some stories. Well, no, I'm not interested. I immediately knew where his head was, because honestly, right now, Jackie, if you came to me and said, Joel Olson? Yeah, I heard of him. He's a legend. Dude, he's got this system where he's giving away 30 hours of mentorship and training for free. Would you be interested? Yes. Send it over. I love learning. My father doesn't have to be the end all, the be all. I just promoted the book Science of Getting Rich. I promoted Les Brown. I love learning all the time. So the second somebody goes, I don't need any more training, it's like, well, you probably don't need any other money in your bank account either, do you? But you got to be careful. You don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah, and I agree. And all I did was so nicely say, it's fine that you have Joel Olson, but people in your downline don't. And not only that, can you take Joel Olson 3 a.m. to bed with you? Like my husband already looks and says, who are you listening to under there?
Perfect.
And so I'm listening to the videotapes at night after I've worked all day, and it's so funny because you can't, a live mentor is great, but to have a system like you said, like if Joel Osteen offered free video trainings, then your group will grow and you will grow, and you have it to your fingertips at all times. Yeah. And also everything else is at our fingertips. And so he agreed with that, because I said, the free reseller things too, the Think and Grow Rich, like you said, some of the books. He says, oh, well, my company provides those books and provides those publications. I said, but do they provide them for other people? Oh, no, what? They give us that, but they don't. People who are involved with his company, they don't provide it for like we do.
Yeah.
So that kind of, they're ready to sign up, but it just, I don't know, it was God sent for me to be able to say that, because I think because of the value and the belief I have in the program, and you and your father and Melody and Randy has made me, I don't care, you can say anything, but you can't say nothing bad about you all.
Well, thank you so much. Molly, do you have something quick to add?
Yeah, I was just going to add quickly that one thing that I use a lot is when I'm talking to people like that, I always say, I love how the most successful people never stop learning from others. I love how the most successful people always seek out more information from other successful people. So I've learned to use that one when I'm talking to those type of people. So
absolutely.
If you haven't got to the personality part of the pro training, that'll kind of help you understand a lot too. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to add that.
Awesome. Thanks for adding, Molly. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jackie, for jumping on. Just another one of those people. I just love your energy and every time you get on. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. So Randy, how you doing, brother?
Doing awesome, Junior. Long time no see.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Great. Hey, your pop talked about all of us getting together in October. Is that still in the works to happen in Los Angeles?
I believe so. Yes, it's very soon on the horizon that that we're going to have a live event for Unlimited Profits. I don't know if the dates are set in stone yet, but we will definitely have one this year. There's no doubt about that. So yeah, I don't know exactly the dates. I'm pretty sure, 100% sure that it'll be in California, either in LA or Orange County. But I'd have to get back to them on that if they've secured a location and exact time and everything for that yet.
Okay, I'm just a little excited. Haven't been to LA since I left in '86.
Awesome.
So I'm looking forward to seeing the changes. But naturally, we're looking forward to meeting everybody face to face. Google Hangouts are great, but to actually see and hug and see all the new friends we've all made, it'll be exciting. So.
Yeah, that's one thing that can never be replaced. I really feel that the old school office meetings and in-home meetings and building it old school, eyeball to eyeball, belly button to belly button, is just becoming so outdated and faster every single day. But nothing will replace that energy when you walk in a room and it's a bunch of crazy people in there. I love network marketing because everybody calls you crazy, and then you get to go to an event with 1,000 other crazy people, and the music's bumping, and I know without a shadow of a doubt, Randy, you will be one of those people that get up on stage and get your award. And there is nothing that replaces that. The best way I can describe it is, you can watch a football game on the television or watch a basketball game on television, but I've been to some USC games with Doug Harkins, and it ain't nothing like going there live and hearing the crowd roar and the people cheer, and nothing will ever replace that. So exactly. Yeah, I know it'll be this year, definitely. I just don't know exactly the time.
Okay, just checking. Okay, that's all I had.
Awesome, awesome.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for jumping on. So I know we're going over here a little bit, but I see we got 2 other people, and we'll get to them and close this out. So Diane, I know you've been on here for a little bit, patiently waiting. How are you doing?
I'm good, Robert. I just got back. I went to dinner with a good friend, so it was nice, but I wanted to catch you guys. I do have a question, and it's really not about the program itself. The one girl that I have that signed up is having some major problems with logging in. And so I didn't know who to contact, and I thought maybe you might have that answer.
I would send in a support ticket. If they're having major issues right now, just know that probably last night, today, and tomorrow are the busiest days for our technical support side as far as the questions and everything. And that's because we're running payroll right now. So if they don't get back to them right away, you know, just let them know that. You know, we're hiring new people every single day. I shouldn't say every day, but we're hiring new people all the time. But it's like that quick couple-day spot in there where it's like we're super jam-packed, and then after that they'll definitely get back with her as far as technical questions. I'm always the one to be upfront and honest. Sometimes when it comes to the technical stuff, if Matthew was on here, he probably could answer it, but I normally can't. Melody, I see your hand raised because you might have had this happen and figured out how to fix it quick.
Right, there are a few people that do have technical, you know, problem logging in. I want to just let everybody know, if possible, have them use a Gmail. If they're using a Hotmail, a Live Mail, you know, one of those others, Yahoo, they're not. A lot of times they're not getting the email with their login and password from admin.
Okay.
So try to, you know, recommend them to use a Gmail. It's much better. Also, if you can't log in, you can go into your back office and just highlight their number, you know, click on their ID number and send them the welcome again, and it will send again their user and password.
Okay, I'll try that again. Thank you. Because we tried, I talked to Scott, and we did try a few things, but they told her it would take 24 hours to updo it, and then she still can't get in.
Well, what
It's
that
Tamara.
is just like with anything else, you know, if you go to Apple right now or Microsoft or whatever, and you try to, even Facebook I think does it now, where if I try to log in and I don't have my right username and password, and you ding the system, I think it's like 3 or 4 times, and now it looks like you're a hacker. You're trying to get in there, and it just blocks your IP address for 24 hours. Now, what most people do is it says it's blocked for 24 hours, so it happened at 7:17, and then the next day at 5 o'clock, they go, well, it's been close to 24 hours, and they try to log in again, and it kicks them out for another 24. So, yeah, it's happened a lot. Now, we can unblock their IP address on our end as long as we know they're a legit person. You know, maybe have them jump on a Hangout. I can't do it on my side, but I know my brother can, Bill can, my father can, you know, but obviously he's got other things to do than unblock people's IP address. But also, you know, like what Melody said is just, you know, have people just read and be careful sometimes if everybody else is watching this new, because the first time that you get blocked, you know, it says be careful. You know, if you don't remember your username or password, click here. Well, instead of clicking there, people go, oh, maybe it was 1 2 3 4. No, maybe it was 1 2 3 4 5. Oh, maybe it was 5 4 3 2 1. Bing, you're locked out. Instead of just taking the time to actually, you know, and also what I really love doing is stressing on people that says, you know, when they get their email or when they first log in, say, write that down. Make sure you save that. You know, it's funny because people will write down and remember their username and password for their banking. You know what I mean? So, you know, same thing. You hit Chase 3 times or Wells Fargo 3 times with the wrong username and password, you're probably blocked out for more than 24 hours. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I'm usually calling them on the phone going, yo!
So, yeah, just, and we can always unblock their IP address as long as we know they're legit. Molly?
There's a, on the custom capture pages, too, and I was, wanted to add to what Melody said. I changed where it says enter here enter email here. I changed it to enter Gmail here.
Oh, that's
a good one.
So it's been working.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I in this day and age, why people still have AOL accounts. Was that stand for Amateurs Online?
Very true, very true. No, she's been using an Apple, because she has an Apple computer. I guess Apple has their own.
Oh, then they shouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. So I'll talk to her again. Once I get off of here, I'll send her a message and tell her what happened.
Okay. And let me know, message me privately on Facebook if they still have a problem. Maybe I can send in look at it on my end to see if there's anything that I can fix.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Diane.
Bye.
So cool. So to close this out, we got Deborah. How are you doing? Oh, you didn't want us to see you drinking your coffee there, huh? Yeah, you turned off your camera there, so now you gotta want to unmute yourself. Oh, she said she's good. Okay. So cool. Well, with that said, we're already 20 minutes over, so I'm just gonna close this out. Thank you guys so much for jumping on here. I think it was an amazing show. We got a lot of great information. I just really want to thank Melody and Molly and Scott for staying on here and being a part of this. As we slow but sure keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, I really eventually want to turn over these Q&As to just all the triple diamonds, all the black diamonds. Of course, as they're answering it, a couple times, Scott and Melody and Molly are talking. It's like, hey, I don't even have to be here. No, of course, I'll always be here, and I love talking with each and every one of you. So I just want to thank everybody for participating and all of our black diamonds for jumping on here as well. So with that said, guys, don't forget, tomorrow is the pro show. Can't wait to see all you guys on there. And, of course, Friday, my favorite day of the week, the diamond show. Gosh, I think we have – anybody keep track yesterday? Was it 5 new diamonds we got yesterday? Something close to that. I don't know. But, yeah, we're getting people like crazy. So, was it 4? Yeah, 4 new diamonds. So we're going to have a great, great call on Friday. So, God bless everybody. I won't keep you any longer, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day, and we'll see you on the pro show. God bless.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
Have a good evening, everyone.